Divine Rising, it's that Kaizen. We back on High Vibration. Simple as that, man.
No, I can't fake it for you. I'ma stand on business.
And we just gonna dive straight into this. I ain't even gonna do too much talking. Simply today, I just want to talk to y'all about paradigm. And paradigm is a strong one. When you think paradigm, you want to think patterns. You want to think, schedule. You want to think routine more so. Because all your paradigm is just your life in a pattern, your reality in a pattern. So, the patterns that you indulge in, everything that you encounter, everything that you entertain your frequency with, that's going to be your life paradigm. So if you can say this is how my week usually goes, that's your paradigm of your life, if that makes sense. To alter our paradigm, it ain't nothing but rewiring our subconscious mind. It's rewiring the thoughts that we don't naturally think about. Just how we wake up, brush our teeth, or, when you drive in a car and you stop at a stoplight, or when you turn or go, you don't got to tell your brain, okay, brake, okay, stop, okay, it's red. You know what I'm saying? You just subconsciously do it because you trained your mind so many times, right? You naturally are familiar with the function of doing it over and over and over again. It's the same with your goals. It's the same with your reality. It's the same with your life. You are literally the painter of your reality. You get to do exactly what you want. So at all times, do that. It's as simple as it sounds, as difficult as you make it. So when we touching on paradigm, what you want to do is just analyze and pay attention to the patterns in your life. To identify the paradigm, you must first analyze what you encounter. First, identify what you entertain. First, identify what you feel, because also your paradigm is also going to be what you feel. You know how people can go in a depressive loop, or people can go in the blues, you know what I'm saying, and feel like their paradigm is going bad. That's all it is. The patterns of their life, everything that they entertain, and they can't break that pattern. They're naturally entertaining that pattern over and over and over again. Their paradigm is going to be on a low vibration, low frequency. When you can't alter your paradigm and you're on a low frequency, you begin to attract low vibrations, low opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Your paradigm can coincide with a group of ideas, you know what I'm saying? What you're thinking about constantly. Because a lot of times we can just go with the motions, go with the flow, go throughout the day and not really analyze our thoughts, not really analyze our subconscious actions. So when you think paradigm, think of the patterns that you entertain, think of the patterns of your reality, think of the actions that you do every single day. Once you can identify how your paradigm is going, it's easier to dissect life. It's easier to, compare the connotation and realize where you want to be. Because a lot of times we know exactly how we want to feel, who we want around us, and exactly where we want to be in life. But it's about putting those persistent steps together. So as we think about paradigm and we think about patterns, we must apply the patterns necessary to get us exactly where we want to go. It's just like magic, you know what I'm saying? You're doing something over and over and over again until it happens. It's kind of like believing, thinking, and it's happening. Your pattern of life is going to begin to play out and coincide with your reality and your goals as well. If you know exactly where you want to be in life, ask yourself, is that pattern, that paradigm, your paradigm, that you're experiencing, is that aligning with your highest self? Is that aligning with that goal where you want to be? Is that paradigm aligning with how you feel at night, that visual image within your reality, within your head? Learn the origin of your paradigm. Learn the origin of your reality. A paradigm can be patterns, right? So you can apply the necessary tools as well as in laws that you want to believe in. The laws of the universe, the laws of yourself, the law of cause and effect, whatever the case may be. Your laws of life that you value or you hold to a strong moral, once you implement those things and really analyze your paradigm, you start to change it. You start to alchemize and transform your reality. The secret formula is the simplest thing. The secret formula is to feel your existence, feel your energy, analyze the internal world, because that's what's playing out in your external world. Analyze that exactly how you feel from within. The 60 to 70,000 thoughts that go through your head is nothing but 80% of yesterday's thoughts. Whether they're subconscious or not, or whether you're aware of that or not, if you don't change or alter that pattern, you'll keep reliving the same situations. You'll keep encountering the same situations until you learn. Family, when we think paradigm, we want to think of the 3 A's: analyze, accept, and activate. Once you analyze and identify your patterns, your reality of your paradigm, you can dissect it a little bit better. Once you dissect and identify, it's easier for you to accept, you know what I'm saying? Being completely okay, completely satisfied in the knowing, in the present, accepting that pattern that you have created, that you have entertained, and what you conditioned in that pattern, because also enter and understand that once you entertain something over and over, you start to condition and train that. So secondly, as we accept this, after the identification, right? Once we accept this, it's easier for us to activate that inner God. It's easier for us to activate that inner power, activate that motivation, that inspiration, because you know exactly where you want to be. That paradigm is in your conscious now. It's no longer in the subconscious. The patterns that you're aware of, the actions that you're aware of is not, rocket science for you. So it's easier for you to dissect as well as then transform them into exactly what you desire. To change your paradigm is identifying the patterns and then also giving yourself that superior acceptance and moving forward with massive action. As you notice the patterns in your life, you'll notice and dissect everything a lot more smoother. There is no separation from you in the life you want. If you can ask yourself your highest self, the actions that you indulge in, if that's aligning with your goals and passions, then what do you think is going to happen? You're going to achieve those goals and passions. There is no separation, family. Identify your paradigm today. Identify those patterns. Accept them. Fully be okay in the present moment. And if you're not satisfied with them, then alchemize that today. It's no separation. There's nothing holding you back. There's no limitations but the one that you create on your own mind. Change your paradigm. I love you.